Today we are talking about mop water reclamation systems. So this is an AutoCAD drawing of a mop water reclamation system that I designed and built for my previous employer. A mop water reclamation system takes the dirty mop water, dirty scrubber cart water, filters it, sanitizes it, and makes it so it's reusable in your mop buckets and scrubber carts. So the way this works is you dump your dirty mop water into the mop sink, turn on the pump sucks the dirty mop water out of the mop sink through the bag filter housing there that you see into the processing tank, which is a 275-gallon BST. And then once you change the position of the three-way ball valve that you see circled here on the pump outlet and on the pump inlet, it's going to allow the pump to suck the water out of the processing tank and then direct it through the cartridge filter housing. And depending on what position you have this three-way ball valve in, you'll direct that mop water either back into the processing tank, thereby kidney looping the mop water over and over again through that cartridge filter. And that cartridge filter has a filtering aid or filtering media. You can use different types of filtering aids that we'll talk about here in a minute. Or if you turn that three-way ball valve handle the other direction, it's going to direct the mop water up and into the dispensing tank. Again, once you're happy with the quality of the water in the processing tank, that's when you would go ahead and pump it into your dispensing tank. And you will note that there's an aeration stone actually in the dispensing tank and the processing tank. That's to prevent the water from becoming stagnant. Want to keep it moving, aerated. There's also a submersible UV sterilizer in the dispensing tank to help eliminate any bacterial growth. And finally, the clean, filtered, and sanitized mop water is ready to be dispensed back into your mop buckets and scrubber carts. So what are the advantages of a mop water reclamation system? Well, you'll reduce your fresh water consumption, you'll reduce your water bill, you'll reduce the amount of degreaser consumed, thereby saving you money on your overhead costs. You can virtually eliminate what once was classified as a waste stream, and you turn that waste stream into a reusable commodity. The filtering aid is environmentally friendly. The oil collected from the oil skimmer on the top of the processing tank can be recycled. So if you mop a floor, let's say in a truck shop, an automotive repair shop, a heavy equipment shop, and you mop up an oil spill, oil puddle, that oil can be collected from that belt type oil skimmer. The oil skimmer then drains the oil into a collection bucket, like a 5-gallon bucket, and that oil can be sent out for recycling. The pleated cartridge filter element is reusable. So you pull it out, rinse it off, put it back in, recharge it with your filtering aid, and you're good to go. It can be used over several times. The bag filters are inexpensive. They come in different micron ratings depending on your specific needs. So anywhere from, let's say, for example, up to 100 micron, 50 micron, 20 micron, 10, 5, etc. The finer the micron rating, the finer the filtration you're going to get. The larger the micron rating, the less filtration you're going to get as far as finer particles being filtered out. The big particles will get caught, but the finer ones will go on through. The system can be built from readily available parts. There's nothing that's proprietary or specialized or complicated. And you would also be an environmental leader in your industry, in your community. This system actually earned my previous employer an environmental award with the city of San Diego, as well as the state of California. So in regards to filtering aids, there's a couple different options, but the ones I'd recommend, the ones I've used, are diatomaceous earth, which are fossilized diatoms. There's perlite, which is made from volcanic rock, basically. Excuse me. And then cellulose fibers, which are plant-based fibers. So again, all three of these filtering aids are all natural, found in nature. They're safe. A lot of them are used in the food and beverage industry, swimming pool filtration industry, etc. Cellulose fiber also makes a good filter aid for sand and cartridge filters, increasing their filtration ability and protecting the filter cartridges. Cellulose is you'll get the best fine micron filtration ability down to 2 microns. And cellulose will also trap oils and grease, which is great. So again, if you're mopping a shop floor and there's oil and grease, it'll help filter that out. Another option to help reduce your overhead costs in regards to your floor cleaning procedures, mop buckets, scrubber carts, is these proportioner dispensing valves. There's single way. This one's a 4-way proportioner valve. You can see in this image, this is manufactured by Simple Green. This is not a paid promotion for them. This is just the one that I've used in the past. There's 4 different settings you see on the dial there. Basically, there's a tube that goes into your bucket or your barrel of degreaser. And then there's a dispensing nozzle that you would fill up your mop buckets with. So it only puts out a sort of a regulated amount of fluid. So your employees can't overuse your virgin degreaser. They only can use what you set the dial at. They also make more expensive digital ones, electronic ones. This is a mechanical one. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment for future video topics you would like me to cover.